Let's get ready to rumble!
Boom! Episode 2, Blank Cover Battles, is officially about to begin. I am your boy, Sans Group Collectibles, and let me bring my co-host in. Co-host!
Whoa!
It's been about a month, man. How you been?
I've been waiting for this day. I forgot it was today. I was so excited today. I'm now in my garage. I don't know what's going on.
We've switched locations on it, coming from a remote location in a secret dungeon. We see you harm's way. Nah, I see what you did, man. If y'all guys can see, this guy is stockpiling a whole fort of comics back here to take over the comic book community. What he's doing for us right now. So, welcome back to episode 2, man. Quick recap, man. What was your take on episode 1? How did everything go for you, man?
You know what? We learned a lot. I think we're getting down to a science. There's a few added things, a few things to take away. Brian Silverbacks was just a blessing of knowledge on the show to give us like some forward movement. I think we got something
hot indeed, my brother. I want to thank you again for that first episode, man. You kept my nerves down, man. It was a lot of anxiety, but this was fantastic. So what about the artists, man? That first battle, we had a couple top-notch artists, Max Comics, Tricky Trapster.
Yep.
Just talk to us about what you saw there and what that kind of bar that they set, man.
I mean, they did set the bar really high, despite what other people said. They needless to say, now watching how the artists react under pressure in certain ways. I mean, knowing that to bang out a cover in an hour, whew, that's a lot of work.
Listen, we are changing the game. We're having fun. This is what we do. Artists are coming in. Think your favorite cooking show under pressure, Top Chef. You got top artists right here. This is chopped on cover art, ladies and gents. We're having so much fun, and this has been an amazing experience. Artists reaching out to us reaching out to artists, directors, lead artists that we've gotten to work with, man. Brian Silverback, all these other artists who we will be working with in the future, and we got a star tonight as well, ladies and gents. So I hope you guys got your popcorn. Sit back, relax, because me and Chad are going to take you through. We're going to take you on a journey, ladies and gents. But without further ado, let's get ready to introduce you to some of these artists that we're going to have tonight. So let's do the artist intro, Chad. Let's do it. Oh boy. If you guys are not prepared, it's about to go down. We got two of the hottest artists in town, and they are ready to throw down. We had them backstage talking smack to each other. You know, like when the two boxers get face to face and they're like, man, I'm taking you down. It's like, man, you ain't got nothing for me. What's going on? That's how it was, man. It was a heated battle. We got the East Coast, West Coast artists are going at it.
Remember what happened last time East Coast and West Coast went at it?
There was a lot of friendship and happiness that happened, right?
Love.
And we know how that story ended. Awesomeness. Well, let me introduce that first artist that you saw on the platform. He's the Mr. What it do, Pikachu. What's up, my brother Soul Twice? Good to see you.
What it do, Pikachu?
Woo!
What's up, dog? How are you?
West Coast.
I'm right here. I'm ready to go.
You ready for tonight, good sir?
Let's rock. Let's rock. Let's rock with it.
Hey, man, Soul is ready. He's been backstage getting hot, getting pumped up, doing push-ups. The guy was doing dips since yesterday, y'all. His
Got the LA on, repping West Coast.
West
There
Coast.
you go. There you go. So, Soul Twice, man. We've seen some of your art. You've done some amazing work, good sir. Tell us about your art style and what you do.
Let me say, I guess coming from the West Coast, I started in graffiti and stuff. And then I have a big, what you call it, influence in comic books. So I was trying to cross them together. I noticed a guy named Scotty Young and what he did with his chibis. And I was like, how can I make that fresh and make that my style? And I've been trying to work that out ever since. And so I've been incorporating a little bit of that, a little bit of West Coast, a little bit of just a little bit of fun with it. And that's what I rock with.
Fantastic, brother. So chibi, graffiti, that's your influence. We've seen some of your work. We're going to show some of that work in a second as well. But let me introduce you to your competition tonight, man. Y'all are not ready for who Soul Twice is going up against. He's the one and only Jay Tunes. What's up, Jay Tunes? How you doing tonight, good sir?
Hold on one
Salute
second.
to the homie. Can you hear us?
It cut out on me.
Jay Tunes, he said, I don't need any speakers. We got this.
Jay Tunes, I just noticed you got some
hear you. I'm just ready to take it down. Can you hear us back?
This is my normal gear, man. This is how I am. Chilling
there you
and whatnot.
Go. So, Jay Tunes, man, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you've been doing art for a while. How's everything? How did you get your art style and everything of that nature, brother? Don't worry, we're working out the kinks here, the technical difficulties. We got the gremlins.
Pretty much, yeah.
So we just want to know about your art style. How'd you get it? What kind of style? What would you call your style?
I started off with the style is just more cartoony. I just played off of how things were, how cartoons were. Then from there, it was just developing for the graffiti art, and then it was just developing to the realism, and it just morphed into something else. And then I just fell in love with it, kept going with it, and then that's how it was. It just everything just piecing together.
Oh, fantastic. Chad, me and Chad are going to have a blast interviewing you guys, having a blast looking at the work that you guys are doing. We're about to have some fun. Hopefully you guys got all of the butterflies out your stomach because it's about to go down. Let's go ahead and give these artists a minute to get set up so that they can show we're going to turn it over to their screen. And we're going to get ready to introduce our artist of the night, our guest artist, who's celebrity guest artist. Let me say that. So, contestants, go ahead and flip your screens around. We'll give you guys a couple minutes to go backstage, and then we'll pull you back in. Just highlight your workstation, and then we're going to get started on the project. So, you guys can go backstage 1 second.
Oh yeah, there you go, getting set up.
All right, so we seen the artists, we seen what they got, what's going on. We're gonna show some of their work in a second. While we talk to our, let's introduce. Wait, Chad, can we talk about the chat real quick? Because we got some people out there who are hanging out with us tonight.
Oh, come on. We got Tate showing up first. Tate Priman's in the building.
There he is.
Last Level Comics. Of course, that guy's around. He's can't be anything without him. K-pop junkie.
really quickly, shout out to Last Level Comics. If you don't know, he's our executive producer. He's backstage holding it down. Every video you see tonight is done by this guy right here. This guy, that guy's face.
Executive producer sounds a hell of a lot better than this dude over here that I am.
Hey man, the co-hosts and the hosts, we make all the money. We're the faces of this. That's that thing. Let's see. We got classic Vigil out here holding it down. We got Princess in the house. Comic Gains, Creamer and Cash. Y'all know the homie Creamer and Cash. Everybody, shout out, salute. We got Wolverado, Mr. He's an almanac. He wins everything, y'all. Wolverado is killing it.
I think I
Shut Duck is in the house. Lewis. Oh man, we got some good peeps hanging out with us tonight, and more on the way. And guys, guess what? You can have football open, you can have your laptop and phone open while we do this awesome thing, because we know the playoffs are on, and we are not trying to stop your playoffs, but we about to get it going.
Yep.
So who are we gonna interview while these guys start the drawing? Let's figure this out.
Some dude, some guy. He works for this. Some stranger, if you will.
A stranger, you say?
Stranger danger.
Stranger danger. Well, before we even show this guy, let's talk about Stranger really quick, shall we? So let's bring to the table the lead art director of Stranger Comics, ladies and gents, the channel sponsor, the one, the only. Wait, let's do his real introduction.
Yeah.
Let's bring him out, Mr. Daryl Mays.
What's up, bros?
Welcome. Thank you for coming on, good sir. How are you tonight?
Good. Just chilling.
Oh, man, it's a blessing and an honor to have you on, good sir. Got a chance to see you at New York Comic-Con, hanging out backstage with you guys, doing your thing. I just saw the swarms of fans coming out to see you guys and like buying and collecting from you guys. So thank you so much for being on. Me and Chad are honored, and we're going to have a blast interviewing you. But you see, we got two up-and-coming artists, and they got some blank covers that we sent them.
Nice.
Are you ready for this, Daryl?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love it, man.
So if you guys didn't see in that video clip, Daryl is always sketching something, pencils, inks, all kind. Man, he will be doing these elaborate drawings, and we're just like, how did he get there? What is he doing? So, Daryl, we're about to kick off this show. We're gonna be interviewing you, and we're gonna want to know what you think of the art that's starting to be produced.
Awesome.
So, the guys are backstage. Guys, let's go ahead and bring the artist back in.
Awesome.
All right, so we got Old Ice and J Tunes. All right, ladies and gents. Now, here's the twist. We sent both of these artists 2 comics. We sent them 2 comics. Let me get them back in the screen. All right. Wolverine and Nonstop Spider-Man. So, Wolverine and Nonstop Spider-Man. So, let's go over the rules really quickly. The way this is going to work, the artists have 2 covers. They get to choose which one they want to use tonight. they can say, hey, I'm a better Wolverine drawer. I'm a better Spider-Man drawer, whichever way they want to go. They will have 1 hour to complete the cover based upon the theme of the night.
Okay.
Now, Daryl, your job is to throw a curveball in there.
Oh, damn.
Yes.
Yeah.
So whatever that, based upon the theme,
Mhm.
whatever something that you want to see, you can throw that out there. Now, last episode, Brian was kind. He put it out there at the start of the drawing. He said, "This is what I want to see in the artwork." We were like, "No, give it to them with 5 minutes left." But
Okay.
he was like, "No, I'm not an evil bastard. I won't do that."
Yeah, I understand that pain, and I think I would rather give it to them now.
So let's go ahead and introduce the theme for tonight.
Okay. Nice.
Death and taxes, ladies and gents. Death and taxes is the theme.
That's how I feel every time I pay my taxes. Exactly that.
Beginning of the year, you start to get your W-2s, right?
Mhm.
What is the saying? The only thing that's constant is death and taxes. So that is the theme for tonight. Daryl, since you want to throw the curveball out early, we're going to give you a minute to think about what it is you want to see these artists add to that theme. Now, while you're thinking about it, I'm going to go to the artists and let them know. Artists, you guys can now, there's no Team Chad and no Team Sans. There's just, you pick your cover and go with this theme. And we're going to be interviewing the artist, the lead art director here, while you guys get to work. So I am going to go over to J Tunes. What cover are you going to select, good sir? J Tunes, what's your cover?
Tom, you have a.
He's going with Wolverine. All right. So we got a Wolverine pick. That is awesomeness right there. All right. So J Tunes has selected Wolverine. We're now going to Soul Twice. Soul Twice, what cover are you going to select, good sir?
Well, I was having real trouble hearing all the rules. So all I really heard was pick a cover. I'm gonna pick Spider-Man. And I heard something about taxes. So I have no clue what
We're gonna give you the. Did we lose our man Soul Twice? There he is.
Damn it.
We're gonna go back through the rules, but Soul Twice has selected Spider-Man. So we have a Spider-Man cover coming, and we have a Wolverine cover coming. So 2 covers to choose from tonight, ladies and gents. One chose Spidey, one chose Wolverine. The theme, Soul Twice, is death and taxes.
Spider-Man.
Death and taxes. So that has to be incorporated somehow, some way into your art in this 1 hour. Whatever you want to do on that cover, death and taxes has to be included. And now, Daryl, what do you want to see as the curveball, good sir?
Because it's death and taxes, I want to see undead versions of these characters. I want an undead Wolverine and I want an undead Spider-Man.
Lovely, y'all. Lovely. I am feeling it. Thank you, Daryl. All right. We're going to put 1 hour on the clock. 1 hour on the clock. And it is about to go down officially in 3, 2, 1. Draw. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Start. You got death and taxes tonight. Oh
Hell
my
yeah.
God. We all know how this feels when the tax man comes around and we're like, yeah, I want to be a zombie right now too. So we see the guys kicking it off. Now, Daryl, as an artist, what are they kind of doing right now? What we see Soul Trice doing something right now on the page. What is this a normal start for your sketch techniques?
Depends on what I'm doing, but it looks like he's working on some basic composition. It's all that what I like to call the really difficult frontal lobe kind of work, where you got to get the proportions to look right, and it's the hardest part, in my opinion, of the drawing, is getting the form and the shape correct.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
This is technical. You guys are getting ready to get it going. All right. So he's getting the technical aspects of things up and running. And now let's turn over to you, Daryl. Let's let these guys get it on and popping. And we're going to talk about you, good sir. So my man Chad has been look, he's already got his own.
He's got it. There's
the technical down.
I'm working on it.
Nice composition.
We're gonna just leave you on the death part, man. We're gonna X you out with that one. So me and Chad, we were talking back and forth. We got a million questions to ask Daryl. I'm gonna kick it off, and Chad's gonna jump right in because he's got a million.
Okay.
But Daryl, let's talk about the journey, man.
Okay.
Because every time I hear Sebastian talks, he's talking about 25, 30 years journey on this Stranger Comics mission. So let's talk about your journey, man, from what got you into art and how you sustained it all of these years.
My journey with art began as a young boy. I just loved drawing, and movies like RoboCop and Predator came out, and I was a big comic guy. I loved villains. I was always drawn to villains and monsters and creatures, and loved Darth Vader. I got if you look behind me, there's a Jabba shrine back there. Most people have Buddha shrines, but I got a Jabba shrine.
Hell yeah.
I just love villains and your heroes. It's why I'm such a big Spiderman and Batman guy. Their villains are the best, man. There's some good ones out there, and I've always drawn to that, and always been doodling and doing my thing. And somehow it's spanned into a career.
Man, you are a guy after my heart. I am a big villain man as well.
Yeah.
Like people, my wife, she's always like, man, why are you always rooting for the bad guy? I'm like, because they don't always win. I just want to see them win sometime. Let's go.
Villains need love too,
Chad?
Right?
Villains need love too.
Yeah. It's a big deal, man. Like these villains are, I don't know, it's what makes it so suspenseful, and they always look cooler. You know, that's really part of it. And I love design sense, like designs that are really cool. And so I think you get to have a bit more imagination and have more fun with villains. That's just my experience with it, though.
No, I agree with you, Chad.
Yeah.
What's your take on the villainy of things?
Oh shoot! I mean, I'm more of the anti-hero. Like Venom has always been my dude.
Yeah.
For a reason. You know, he started out as a villain, and I dive into the mental health aspects of these characters, and he was a tortured character.
Yeah.
He was a villain, and guess what? He found his way of being this great anti-hero where he can still eat people's heads and still do good. I like it.
Yeah.
No, I totally agree with you, man. And you brought up a big piece there, man. And that's something that we're gonna see in like Mark Spector too, with the mental health piece of the villain piece. Hey, so let's talk about your journey into Stranger Comics. How did you get started working with Sebastian and the team, and you know, all of this beautiful art that you've created over the years?
Well, I met Sebastian when I was 19. He was my LARPing dungeon master. I met him when I was 19. He was a couple years older than me, and I'm 43. And it was right around the time I graduated from high school, and I was going to school for actually anthropology, no art school. My grandma was like, "Why aren't you going to art school?" And I said, "Grandma," like a smart ass, "I don't want to draw fruit." That's what I told her. I didn't want to spend $100,000 just to learn how to draw fruit. And so I was always drawn to anthropology, like human cultures and religions and things like that. And I met Sebastian, and when I graduated from college, 9/11 hit, and I was kind of floundering, and I was like, I don't know what I want to do. And he's like, well, hey, I wrote the script. And I'm like, oh, I can draw. And we just, around 2002, really started running with his world that he had created. And I kind of saw the magic and the awesomeness that Sebastian had that he had created. And I knew I could add to that, and I knew it would be fun, and he was a good guy, and I've been with him with this ever since, and I've progressed as an artist and as a storyteller, and just with my time with him, and it's been a real difficult but awesome journey at the same time. And so in a nutshell, I'm not technically trained as an artist. I didn't go to art school, but learning from other artists that we've worked with, how to lay out a book, how to design characters, hearing Jack Kirby talk about like, hey, give your monsters and your creatures like real personality, and your audience will follow you anywhere. That's why I got the thing on my bedroom door, and it's just a big part of it, and I think as long as you're enjoying the process and you're enjoying the stories, your audiences are going to follow you. So Seb and I and the team are telling stories that we want to hear and tell. So when I think I want high fantasy, I want Lord of the Rings high fantasy, but I don't need to see that again because I have that. What I want to see is a woman like, say, Niobe leading a franchise. And that's why we work with so many different artists. And as the art director, I walk away from projects to let other artists do those while I'm busy doing my thing, while nurturing and helping other artists do their thing. So that's kind of a real rewarding aspect of seeing other people take your visions, specifically stuff Sebastian had created, and run with it and just create awesome things. So it's been a real challenge, but it's been real amazing, and we're really proud of the work we're doing. So.
Nice. You guys get so much love, right, Chad? What were you about to say?
Oh, nothing, man. I'm just agreeing. I like this journey, and it's also a test to your abilities. That you don't have to go to a fancy school of arts.
Yeah.
You have to have the passion to do this.
Yeah.
To do it. Like, I'm not an artist. I'm a musician.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never, I didn't take formal lessons, but here I am. I'm a musician.
I'm grabbing something real quick.
Okay.
This was one of the first drawings I ever did for Sebastian. Oh, is it this book? It's one of these books. Anyways, some of the early stuff I was doing in 2002.
Nice.
And last week I turned in this.
Oh my God.
So you can see in 20 years, I've come a long way.
The progression. All right. Did we lose our artists? Jay, let's go. Let's check in on the artist because
you know what? Hey, Sam, I think this might be a great. Oh, look at that.
That's looking incredible.
Wow. Okay, we're starting to see some zombified. What are you seeing here, Daryl? What are you starting to see here?
I love it.
Anything that you're noticing with the technique or anything that you got going on? Anything you would add to this?
Not right now. I want to see what they produce first. You know what I mean? Like it's you gotta, when there's a certain process in the art where you just kind of let it happen.
Yeah.
And I just want to, I don't want to interrupt, and I don't want to, this looks really cool. I don't want to interfere. That's
absolutely.
My take.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you. You got me pumped up now, Doug. I was all nervous and shit, but now I feel good.
Oh, he's
pumped up.
You got him pumped
Hell
up.
yeah.
Get it. Pop it like Pikachu.
50 minutes on the clock. And this is looking, we see the sketch. All right, there's the clock, y'all. 50 minutes. Let's check out what my man Jay Tunes is doing here. Jay Tunes, I think he did kind of like a pre-sketch on a pad next to him. Do you do a lot of that as well? Kind of your pre-sketch if you're doing any covers?
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that. I did a cover 2 weeks ago that I had drawn on paper, and then I scanned it and I drew it digitally, and I wasn't happy with it. And Sebastian could tell I wasn't happy with it, and I threw it in the trash, and ended up doing this instead. And this is infinitely better. So sometimes when I think too hard, I can be my worst enemy with my process.
Can't we all, man? Seriously.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
across the board.
So, but I do design assets like like doing a book. Like I'll spend some time designing certain things. I'll send stuff to Seb and be like, "Hey, I'm not exactly happy with this," and he's like, "You're friggin' crazy. This is awesome." And I'm like, "All right, cool. I can walk away from it then." You know, it's just we can be our own worst critics. And I've learned with comics too. One thing I learned from Sheldon Mitchell, who draws Niobe She Is Death and the Niobe and Dura book that Prentice Penny is writing with Sebastian.
Mm-hmm.
Something that he taught me that Mark Silvestri taught him was the eraser is your biggest tool as an artist.
Oh.
And he said, don't be afraid to start over or erase something and abandon what you're doing. And that's one of the biggest components that a professional artist had ever told me. Like, yeah, it was lesson number one for me with him. Like,
Dude,
it was a big deal.
Daryl, you don't just realize the knowledge bomb that you dropped with an eraser. That's utilized in your life.
Yep.
Take something out, erase something that's not serving your purpose.
Yep.
Dude, that's
exactly. Sumo grip. I use these because Greg Capullo uses these. You know, it's just spreading that knowledge around is a big deal, you know.
Hey, I want
fantastic. So we are also with Death and Taxes. Let's talk about taxes because we got a tax man to sponsor tonight's theme, ladies and gents. Let's talk about my man,
the tax man.
The tax man, Jamal Solomon. Let's introduce him to this crowd. Ladies and gents, when Jamal hit us up, he said, listen to me. I'm a fan. He was on our Wine and Cheese and Comics Please episode.
Hell
he
yeah.
said, I'm a fan of comics. He's just getting back into them. Me and another frat brother of mine are really trying to do our best to make sure we guide him to what we like and let him pick what he likes too. But he said, look, man, I want to work with you guys too. Is there any way I could sponsor a theme? And I said, bro, it's the beginning of the year. Absolutely. Death and Taxes. So shout out to Jamal Solomon, JS Taxes, Tax Corp. His link is in the bio below. Yes, tax it and forget it. So that you can reach out to a certified tax professional to help you. We have a lot of people in this business who are just operating as new business owners. We are all entrepreneurs doing this and doing other things, and you need some real guidance. So make sure you reach out to my man, JS Tax.
You don't even got to be local. You don't got to be local to get his services either.
The world is small now. Look him up on
IT.
Look him up on YouTube, whatever you want. And his information is linked below in the description. Now, back to you, Daryl. With regards to some of the artists that you've had a chance to work with, and you said you're not classically trained. You've had an opportunity to lead the art here at Stranger Comics. Who are some of the names that you've got to work with, and what over the years have you taken from some of those artists as well? I know you just mentioned the eraser was big.
Yeah.
What else? What other techniques and styles do you kind of pick up as you go along these lines?
Mm-hmm. Well, reading a lot of comics was a big one. I'm a big Alex Ross fan. I love Jay Lee, of course. That was weird. Hiring one of your favorite comic book artists to do covers for you. That was surreal.
Wow.
That was weird.
How was so were you like starstruck when you had a chance?
A little bit when I first met him, and I was really pissed off I didn't bring my G.I. Joe Transformers book that he drew so he could sign it. But he's just like legit, man. Like like really tremendous, and he's an amazing artist. Like, I really dig his work. Hold on one second. Just give me 1 second. I'm so sorry, guys.
No problem. No problem. We're going to check in on the artist right here. So as we dive in, we're starting to see some form really start to take place on J Tunes' page. Remember, ladies and gents, he picked Wolverine, and he is doing the undead Wolverine based upon Daryl's instruction. The twist was, so the theme is death and taxes, and the twist is he wants to see the characters be the undead. So we're starting to see some goodies.
Oh yeah.
Now, Chad, should we throw another twist in there? Because should we throw another twist? Because here's the rules, right? The artist got a chance to select their books. The special guest got a chance to pick what a special theme to throw in there. Should we give some bonus points if they finish early and do the other cover as well?
Oh, come on.
You know what? I want to see some epic single cover action. I want to see their heart poured into this one.
Chad is giving them.
Thank you.
This is
so twice said thank you very much. Thank you very much. So they have the second cover. If they choose to doodle on it, that's perfectly fine. Now remember, ladies and gents, we're judging.
I'm gonna save that and sell it. What are you talking about?
We're judging them based on the overall theme, which is how they capture that theme. We're judging them based on Daryl's curveball, what he asked them to put in there, and completion of work, right? So is the artwork complete? Is it or is it incomplete? So those three criteria. So you got the theme. Are they meeting the theme? Are they in with Daryl's curveball? And then how complete they did it. So that could be, the difference between 10, 10, and 10, or on different scales. So we will be checking back to see how that looks.
On a more personal note, Sans, after this is all over, I'm going to require J-Tunes to hold a deck of cards like Gambit with that little sleevey thing on, dude.
he's got the Gambit joint. Yes.
I'm like, I kind of want one of those. I'm pretty sure it has some sort of drawing something or other, but I'm like, I just want to just hold the card with it.
Shout out to Jamal Solomon, who is in the chat. This is J Tax Corp, y'all. Y'all know him, JS Tax Corp, and his information will be in the chat for y'all as well as the bottom. Now let's go back to my man Daryl as we check. We'll check back in with the artist in about another 10 minutes. That'll be we're almost to the halfway mark, ladies and gents. We're almost to the halfway mark. So we'll get a full picture and we'll start to ask the artists what they're doing. So we'll come back in a couple minutes. But back to my man, Daryl Mays. Daryl, with regards to you personally, man, what, McDonald's or Burger King? Or
McDonald's.
None of the above? Daryl's a McDonald's man.
That's why I worked extended drive-through McDonald's my senior year of high school, bro. Can't pass that up. Sipping Coke, taking orders, bro.
You know what? Give me 1 second. Hold up.
Hey guys, don't freak out. But the bear behind Chad just moved.
Yeah,
we just saw that bear move, and I promise you, someone's gonna jump out of that bear. That is crazy.
Is that some badass Luke Cage action I see back there?
You got Luke Cage back there?
Looks like a 9'8" Luke Cage back there.
Hey, what's up? What's going on, man?
No, we are not sponsored by McDonald's. We're not here for the 2 for $6, but McDonald's is hitting right now. In the chat, if you guys are fans of McDonald's or Burger King, let us know, because Daryl said McDonald's all the way.
Yeah, man.
Ladies and gents. With regards to what has kept you, a lot of people will lose passion in certain things that they do, but it's pure and it's obvious that you have a passion for art, even though you weren't classically trained. What has kept you focused and determined to be the best artist that you can be?
Well, I think if I hadn't have met Seb and helped build Stranger Comics to what it was, I might have taken a different path in life when it comes to just what I would do. But it just lit a fire under me when we started. It's like, we're building this. We're building something that we believe in and really love. And we've had a fun time doing it. It's not a bad life. As hard as it can be to be an independent publisher and to do the con circuit, to draw, to do the sales, to do the writing, all that comes into what we do. It's hard work. And we've had this dream to do it. And it's just, I can't explain it. It's a drive that I will see to the end.
So you're living your dream right now, is what you're telling us.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Me and Chad are living our dreams, right, Chad? In fact, that dream.
He's got a Big Mac.
I got a Big Mac in my hand. I'm wearing the Arc Reactor.
Yep.
I'm wearing a Cookie Monster.
I'm
wearing my
hosting
nope
on YouTube. I'm living it. I got comics behind me that are just hidden all kinds of my garage. Like, where's Waldo?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, where else could I do this but here and now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's the best part of this. That's the best part of this because a lot of times people fall into what they want to get into. People get into it like 25 years later. Like we were talking to Brian last episode, and Brian said he hadn't drawn in like 20 years and just started drawing again.
Yep.
And I did an interview with Sheldon Burkett up in Canada, the artist up in Canada, and he too had given up on art for like 20 plus years and got back into it. And so you can see people are coming back to it and finding their passion. But it's a brilliant story to see that you and Siebes have crafted this business from the start, and you've kept and you've grown your art, man. That is fantastic, man. Yeah. That is fantastic. So let's check in with Soul Twice. What you got going on, Soul? Let us see what you got.
I got a little zombified Spider-Man action going on, and I got some. I don't want to give away all the elements, but let's just say the money goes from your pocket to their pocket, and he's their pocket. That's what happens, right?
I like it. I like it. We got some zombie Spider-Man. What are you starting to see here, Daryl?
I'm seeing here is some quality, bro. This is great. I love it. This is like the kind of thing you would see like in a comic shop, like that someone had turned in for like a Funko Pop, like some kind of horror line of Funko Pop Spider-Man.
That's what I try to go for, man. Thank you.
Yeah. That
great. Is awesome. That is awesome. And with regards to like the pressure in terms of an hour-long competition, is that something you've ever participated in? Anything like this, Daryl?
Not being timed, not like this. That's something that I haven't really participated in. But every Thursday night, I'm busy drawing Niobes like a madman, and I usually knock out in 2 hours about 3 to 4 of these.
Oh my God.
You're a beast, man.
I don't know how you do it, man. You guys start the live and he is just going at it.
Yeah, it's crazy. And he threw a curveball at me this Thursday. He had me doing some Vampire Hunter D versions of Niobe.
Whoa. Did you say damn? Oh, man.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for that.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about Vampire Hunter D. Are you a big anime fan?
When it comes to anime, the anime I like is the stuff that's just so inappropriate. Like,
so
like
we're talking
Fist of the North Star. My favorite anime of all time is Ninja Scroll.
Oh, When Ninja Chronicles.
It's super brutal. And I love things like Akira and like Miyazaki's like Princess Mononoke. I love House Floating Castle, like stuff like that. But I'm not a huge anime guy. But boy, was I sucked into the Final Fantasy art. I see your little Mario over there. but I remember reading those issues of Nintendo Power, and I gotta say, it's the
Ooh,
Miyazaki
Nintendo
art,
Power.
and that really affected my design sensibility as a young boy. And between him and Todd McFarlane and Eric Larson, it was over. You know, those were like my main guys when I was in that very pivotal young age.
Yes.
And it wasn't until I got older that I could appreciate the quality of like someone like John Romita Sr.
Yeah.
And like now I'm like, I just want to read those Spider-Mans, and it's just these masters at their craft. Like I live in Ojai in California.
Yeah.
Near Santa Barbara. Who else lives in town here? Sergio Oreganis. A mad look at. Gru the Wanderer. Like I have conversations with him sometimes when I print out my artwork.
God.
And he is just a class act, and boy is he talented, and boy does he suffer from the same things we all suffer with when it comes to being an artist. Insecurities about, is this good enough? Why? And he literally talks about how he overdraws things and he's not getting paid anymore. He's like, and he said to me literally, I don't know why I do this, but I'm not getting paid anymore. And I spent a whole month drawing this, and it was hilarious. Like we all as artists deal with that. Is this good enough? And somewhere out there, someone's going to appreciate what you're creating.
Yeah.
You know
Absolutely.
what I mean?
Absolutely.
You're right.
So,
Definitely right. I 100%.
It's a real process.
Somebody out there is going to appreciate my first sketch.
Right?
We're going to put that with another gentleman in the community named Yahweh's. We're going to put your and Yahweh's sketches together. We're going to have a blank cover battle with you two guys.
Oh,
so you know how they have worst cooks? Worst cooks? Daryl, we're going to need you to come back, but you're going to have to actually teach these guys how to draw.
Okay,
so that's gonna be one of the episodes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll tutor you, Chad. I got you.
All right.
You got a tutor, perhaps.
Hey,
so we are coming up
the worst.
I'll be your Ariana Grande. I'll be your Ariana Grande to the voice. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
I got you, dog.
Hey, turn the chair around for me, baby.
Oh my God! So press the button, turn that chair around.
Damn! Oh, I get it now.
We got some people are talking about Vampire Hunter D, Fist of the North Star. You brought out the classics when you mentioned that. Crying Freeman or Devilman, Kira,
Devilman,
Macross. You know, I used to. So you talked about Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh yeah.
I used to play a lot of role playing games. Growing up, I played some Robotech.
Me too.
I played some Dungeons and Dragons.
Yep.
I even played TMNT and
me too.
Universe.
Nerds.
Yeah, man.
That's what I was gonna say.
United, man.
And I had a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle mutant that was a peregrine falcon that had a 50 caliber sniper rifle.
Oh my God!
What is this
You're
language?
gonna have to draw that for us next time, man. That is
making stuff up now. I don't even know what you're saying.
Can you picture a little black kid in Harlem running around with a Crown Royal bag of all things, filled with D20, D12s, D6, all kinds of dice? People are like, "Hey, can we play CeeLo with the dice?" I'm like, "Oh, I actually have to go Game Master because." But it actually, you know, it introduced me to comics. I was actually doing Dungeons and Dragons and all that stuff first, and video games, and introduced me to comics, and that's how I love this craft. And you could think you're super cool and get away from these passions. Like I went off to college, I played football and all of these things, and I got out of and where am I? Right back in this passion of comics, cards, dice, Dungeons and Dragons. I want to play all of these again. And that's just how hot it was. But yeah, man, you brought up Dungeons and Dragons. What's your latest campaign look like, brother?
I got a couple of play groups I play with. The stuff I was doing with Sebastian, we were doing world development. So it was more dealt with the elements and the different dragons and the different gods in our world. It's a way for us to create content. Like, for instance, if any of you guys read the Assessa book we did.
Yes.
Okay. Atuan and Jun. Atuan's our Captain America, essentially. He's that really good dude. But I'm going to spoil this. No one's going to remember this. You know how I love villains? Imagine if Captain America became Dr. Doom. and that's who Jun is, and our
I
Atuan.
wish he would. I wish he would.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's a fine line between a paladin, a holy warrior. All it takes is a little push, and they go from good to bad. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And so,
Yes.
like it,
Like Vader,
Yeah.
baby.
but better. No,
Yes.
I
And
love
that's
Vader.
That's crazy because you
yeah.
have sometimes you look at let's take Invincible, right?
Mhm.
Everybody saw his father as this Superman character,
Mhm.
and he was upright, justice, and you thought he was all about that Superman. Everything has to be constitutional,
Yeah.
and what you found out was the morals were flipped on its head. And sorry,
Mhm.
spoiler for everyone if you
Yeah.
haven't seen that
That's okay.
first season yet. But Omni-Man actually he was a fiend. He destroyed their version of the Justice League, basically,
Yeah.
taking them all out. But that's what you were saying. I see
Mhm.
that can easily tip the scale, right? Because if a Captain
Mhm.
America went too hard and could not kind of correct themselves, he
Mhm.
could easily be on the side of evil, and
Yeah.
it could be in the wrong hands for good, man.
Yeah. That's it. When it comes to dynamic storytelling, it's like we've all most of you guys seen Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So watching that show, my favorite character on that, I hated him until we got to the scene with Jamie, and the scene with him and Brienne of Tarth in the hot tub, essentially the hot bath, and you find out why he lost his honor. I was like, I don't care. This guy's like my favorite. He lost everything and his honor to save the lives of thousands of people, and he's been shit on ever since.
He
And
took the heat for them all.
Yeah, and I was like, this is a dynamic character.
What they call him, the King Killer,
Kingslayer.
Kingslayer, and
Yeah.
he had to. He
Yeah.
took the heat for everybody. But what's crazy is, and I agree with you, that moment actually turned him into a likable character for me.
Yeah.
And then I'm not gonna say how it all ended, that I was not happy with it, but Jamie's arc in that show actually was one I was really excited about, seeing how he came back towards that thing that you're talking about, man. But a Lannister always pays his debt.
I mean, dude, first episode, he throws little Bran out the window. Here I am rooting for him at the end of the series.
I know. It's crazy.
Regular Tony Soprano.
How that show just kind of took us all down a rabbit hole and then dumped on us.
Yeah.
But
when you think about it, Homeboy's doing a great job on this Wolverine right now. Wolverine's a genocidal murderer.
Yes. Yes.
But we root for Wolverine, and he's a mass murderer.
And then we hate Thanos, right? We hate Thanos. But what have we found out? If you watched anything about the Celestials and you watch about Eternals, is Thanos correct? And if you watched What If, it was almost like Thanos was like, yeah, you might be right, but I still wasn't wrong, right? It's like there's a fine line between perspective.
Yeah.
And it all matters. But going back to what you're talking about, Dungeons and Dragons, and Chad and I, we talk about all of this stuff all the time. You talked about Game of Thrones. Are you guys influenced at all by J.R.R. Tolkien and Lord of the Rings?
Immensely. I'm a huge Tolkien fan. I have been ever since I first heard The Hobbit, saw the cartoon as a kid and read the books. I love it. I can't wait to see the new series on Amazon. But there's a niche, and there's a time and a place for that. And with what we do, and what's important for me is, as a Niobe leading a franchise, seeing a woman of color. I want to see elves of color. I want to see dwarves from Asia. It doesn't need to be so whitewashed. And that to me is something that's been so important for Sebastian and myself and our team at Stranger Comics. It's why when we did the first Niobe series, I helped design it. I laid it out, but then I handed the assets to Ashley A. Woods to do the Niobe book. I wanted a black woman drawing Niobe. You know,
So dope.
it's just it's important. I draw Niobe all day long. I drew her tonight. But
Well, let's look at some of your
Yeah.
work while we talk, man, because some of your art has been so powerful and inspirational. We're gonna go ahead and show some of your work now, because I gotta say, and then we're gonna jump back into this journey of what we're talking about in terms of what we're talking about in terms of what Chad is throwing out signals. He's flashing the screen. He's talking about artwork with regards to putting up the timer, but we're going to show some of your pages right now as well.
What's the time?
Let's pull this up, and but let's talk about Niobe. As you look through this, and you can see this is the world of Asunda, right? Is there's a lot of ethnicity which you don't see in comics. You talked about black women taking the lead, minorities, Asians. We can see Marvel and DC starting to try and bring that trend in, but your and Sebastian's vision from the start was to create this world where it was all inclusive, and there was a chance for leaders to look different, man. And that's so powerful on so many different levels. Talk to us about what that vision from beginning, and how you guys, where you guys are now, and where you see it in the future.
Yeah, I mean, it was like Seb grew up mixed in England, and he always says this in interviews. He goes, "Why in Lord of the Rings are all the bad guys brown?" And it's such a disservice, because that's not the world we live in. When you walk into a Comic-Con, it's diverse.
Yes.
So your fantasy world, depending on where you're at and where your stories are being told, should reflect that. So we focus, the majority of our stories take place in Ujoa, which is our Africa, in Asunda, which is our fantasy world. And even like when it comes to like taking it to the next step and the next level of media, we were very particular on how and who we work with. When we met Amanda Stenberg, Little Rue from the Hunger Games, we're like, holy crap, you should write our Niobe series. We'll model her after you. And she's like, I'm in. You know what I mean? So I had Luke Skywalker growing up. If I ever have children, I want them to look up to Luke Skywalker and Wonder Woman, but I also want them to look up to other heroes of color. Like, I remember right after Black Panther came out, seeing a little white kid running around dressed as T'Challa.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
When I played baseball as a little boy, I didn't realize why I was putting dirt on my jeans like Jackie Robinson, but I'd seen Jackie Robinson do that in videos. And that's why I would put dirt on my knees and my pants before I would go to bat. You know, just little influences and heroes that we had as kids. And I want people to look to a Niobe, to fear an Atuan or a Morkamoa, but also understand that our heroes and our villains are dynamic. So we love reoccurring heroes and villains. It's why Morkamoa, I'm doing a graphic novel. This is a page out of that book where Morkamoa was hunting Niobe from birth in my book. But then in the Niobe series, Amanda and Sebastian used him as the main villain in the Niobe series. But then in my book, Arathun, he's in that series as well. And if you've read Issessa, why is he fighting alongside Niobe? I don't know. Why did the Avengers just recruit Thanos to help them whoop Annihilus's ass in the negative zone? Like, it's Marvel and DC storytelling in a fantasy world that started authentic, not just a European hero franchise, but a world franchise. I mean, look at this. Kanan White did this cover here.
This is so brilliant, bro.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So I wrote this one, and I'm drawing the interiors. This is done by Kanan White. It is a Hulk 181, first appearance of Wolverine. Who's Wolverine in this cover? Little Niobe. You see her there, pissed off. That's what I'm talking about. It's fun and it's awesome, and that's what I love about what we do.
When's that cover come out?
This is for sale on our website right now.
Okay.
Or not on our website, but
pick it up.
Yeah, there's foil versions of that one, and then of the Morkamo one. But this cover will be out in a couple of months. This will be for my issue 3 of that series. But yeah, it turned out pretty good. I'm really happy with it.
No, that's
course,
I have all the trades. I have all the trades. The story is wonderful, and it's called the imagery is something that even my dad, he saw it and he's going through it. My dad doesn't like to read. That's one thing he always says. If I read, I'm gonna fall asleep. But he went through the first book, and he was like, so this was just all action, and it's all like just beautifully painted and like drawn. That I got through the whole book, and like he was really into it. So I just wanted to put that out there.
Oh, thanks, man.
It's amazing, man.
Yeah.
There we go. There's a testimonial right there. I mean,
Look, I'm not lying. Look, I got it right here. Look, I got all of them.
Dude. That's one of my favorite Jay Lee covers right there.
I got them all. I got every trade you guys ever did.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Well, I'm trying to finish
And Seb's awesome.
the next one.
And so, with regards to some of the previous work, Chad, you want to take a look at some stuff?
yeah, man. You know what? Let's look at some previous work.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Look at that.
Oh.
That's amazing.
That looks pretty damn epic. Is this a Soul Twice
It look like me.
exclusive?
It look like me. It's like yeah.
We
That's
see
somebody.
Soul.
Okay,
Thank you,
is
Don.
Soul's beautiful work.
Thank you.
So
I mean, look at
you can see the symbiote coming out, and what I've noticed from Soul is his growth, man. So when I first met Soul or saw Soul's work, he was just doing chibis for the most part, I think. And more recently, I've seen like just a different stylized.
Yeah, you.
And trust me, I love his chibis to death.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Yes, amazing work right there.
yeah.
And
I like the chibi Iron Man, just superhero pose, very mechanized look of this guy.
Yeah.
And Matt, make my screen large so I can just highlight what I've seen in terms of the growth from Soul Twice. So this is 2022.
Look at that.
I thought that was a
Great.
variant cover. I was like,
Right? It looks like a variant cover.
Yeah.
And this is why we do what we're doing tonight in terms of honoring and putting artists up against each other, not from the standpoint of just like, oh, let's throw people together, but to give people a platform that maybe you didn't have, Daryl, when you were coming up, that might have pushed you, and you turned out to do amazing work no matter what. But there's probably those people that we talk to who got out of art because they never got any kind of validation for their art or anything of that nature. So, just seeing some of the progression of these gents, and this is more Soul Twice, as you can see, the Snake Eyes versus Storm Shadow in this is just amazing, y'all, just amazing. And now we're going to go over to my man Jay Tunes. And right after this, we're going to now look at this style, y'all.
That is very style right there.
That's what I've been wanting to get back to is doing graffiti mixed in with it. I love it, dude. That's awesome.
That's so good.
Amazing. We're looking at and I almost see it as kind of like what they used to call the graffiti wild style.
Yeah.
It's wild stuff. Yeah, it's wild stuff.
But look at Earthworm Gem and some of the pieces here. So you can see these artists, man, they're putting their blood, sweat, and tears into this work, man, and we're just so proud to be able to feature them and offer a platform where they can come on board and not only get to show their work, but we're going to auction off their work. We're going to auction. They're going to come on, and Daryl, we hope you can hop on tomorrow night as well, because I know you have sketches that you can auction, because we got the cookie show every Sunday night.
You do? Okay.
They're going to auction off their work, and the highest bidder is going to take it down.
Mhm.
And this is so they can get some money in their pocket and just enjoy this thing, but also get their name out there to get more commissions, hopefully get covers. You guys make sure you connect with Daryl as well. Maybe you can get some work with my man Daryl.
Yeah.
But let's check in on the time, and then let's check some of the covers. Let's see where we are. Are we under 15 minutes? Ladies and gents, we are hitting the home stretch. 14 minutes left. Let's check on some of these covers. Let's take a look at what we've got going on and seeing what the final touches start to look like.
Oh, they're really coming together.
Oh,
They
yeah.
are. All right. So look at this Spidey. All right, we're starting to see the theme come out. Oh, you see the flies and everything. I love this.
That's looking hot.
So Daryl, are you seeing your theme come through?
Oh,
as
yeah.
you was expecting.
Yes.
I definitely see depth in taxes. Look at the shirt. It says IRS.
This
This
Spidey,
no longer is your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
No.
This
Taxman.
we got to give him a new.
he's flipping his own eyeball out. He's like flipping the eyeball out. What he's doing.
This is craziness right here, man. Whose wallet did he steal from? That's what I want to know.
Exactly.
Because this, oh my gosh.
That's Aunt May's wallet right there. Straight up, just Aunt May.
Wish I can get no.
man. Aunt May, imagine that. Oh, and Aunt May in the movie, spoiler alert. So we're talking undead, right?
Shut up! I don't want to hear that. I haven't seen it yet.
We're not gonna spoil it for you all. Let's go over to J2.
Speaking of races,
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
That's sick.
Going up there. I'm loving it.
Thank you.
We are seeing some amazing art, and the styles are contrasting. I'm loving it, ladies and gents. Yo, and Wolverine's eye.
I'm sorry, I'm focused out. I can't hear you guys, and I kind of zoned out.
No, man, go ahead, do your thing.
He just said, "Shut your mouth."
You got 12 minutes left. We want to see your finished product, and this is some awesomeness going on right now. Both of these artists are just destroying it right now. I love it. Daryl, what are you seeing on this cover?
I love like some of the little touches that I'm really digging is that forearm with the rot and the bone. It's fantastic. Yeah, and this is just great. It's just awesome. And the line is a nice touch too with what Wolverine's saying. So
I love it too. Oh my god,
he's shredding his W2s. I'm very impressed.
Yes. What's crazy
Thank you. I had to think outside the box for this one.
You can actually see Spider-Man being the tax one, and Wolverine's like F taxes. They are really contrasting each other. This is so awesome. I love this. I love this right here.
Hey, speaking of taxes, should we run our sponsor again real quick?
Yeah, let's go ahead and show our theme sponsor one more time as we
So from what I've heard, he does taxes for Stark himself, Captain America. He does taxes for the Wayne Corp. This is all what I've heard. That's all what I've heard.
I've heard he's done taxes for Booster's Millions as well. Booster's Gold. So we're talking Booster's Gold and all kinds of millionaire money. Now, Daryl, back to what is going on. What's next for Stranger? And we hear in the future with HBO. We're hearing Princess. We're seeing different conventions and stranger cons coming up. What do you guys have immediately coming up? And then what's next big picture?
Well, I know that we've got the Stranger Con coming up, I think end of February, beginning of March, somewhere around there. I'm not real good on the schedules. They handle all that and tell me when and how and be there, have this done. But I know that the goal is, I think, to launch the Patreon. And that's going to be coming up, which is going to be great. And just it's book production. Like me, I'm in the middle of laying out Niobe Endura, Prentice and Seb's next book with Sheldon Mitchell, our Jamaican friend in Baltimore. And they're working, I'm working on my component to that. As soon as that's done, I'm back to edits on my book, Morkamoa, Rise of the Jade Lord. There'll be other books, concept art, covers, lives every Thursday, drawing commission, covers, the whole nine. Just busy, and then con season's going to start. I think WonderCon's in April is our next big show in Anaheim.
And WonderCon is in California, right?
Yep. And then we'll be, I want to say, usually we're in the East Coast for Baltimore and New York. And then I'm pretty sure we'll be in like a few. I know we've got a bunch of cons lined up. We should be in San Diego in July. Yeah, so it's a lot. It's going to be a good year. It's going to be a busy year, especially with the books that they're working on. With the Jason Weiss stuff that's going on right now is going to be really awesome. And then I don't know. It's just we'll see how it all turns out at the end of the year. But it's going to be a busy year. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, fantastic!
You know what, dude? I haven't been. You know what? It's really weird. My partner's been to 3 different cons, major big cons. I have yet to go to one. I don't know how this all works out, but I really do hope to meet the Stranger Crew in 2022. And I knew what I did there. I'm a poet and didn't know it.
He said I'm a poet and didn't know it. Listen, it was so much fun going to NYCC this year and getting to a chance to actually meet these guys. Again, I got back into comics when the pandemic hit, right? And a part of where we have been has all been virtual for so long. And to go to a New York City Comic-Con and have a chance to actually meet some of these people who you have been communicating with, buying their work, it has been so phenomenal. So to run into you guys there, I had a blast, ladies and gents, running into you guys and hanging out. That was amazing. So my man Sebastian's in the chat. Good to see you. Good to see
Sebastian's here? Oh, man.
He's giving me ish for talking trade secrets.
Hey,
Sebastian, we had him backstage. We were like, we're going to rip you. We're going to get all of the secrets from you.
Stranger Comics, this is just a dream.
You were not a disappointment, my good friend. In fact, there were so many people there. Like, they were being bum rushed every 5 minutes to like buy the exclusives, and they were selling out. But in the midst of all of that, they gave me a personal, like my own private session to be like, hey man, we'll sign these for you. We'll take photos with you. And that was a personal touch, the customer service level. That's different. It wasn't like, okay, yeah, sign the book, go away. It was like, oh, that's Sands. That guy's a good guy, man. Come on back. Like I came into the booth. I got a chance to shake hands and kind of just pick brains. And I got to dig in the special box of books that they hadn't even put out yet.
Yeah.
So I was so excited, man. I was so honored to actually be able to hang out with you. Oh my God. Oh my God. 5-minute warning. 5-minute warning. Let's check in on these covers, y'all. I am right now. Ooh, Sold Twice. Spidey. Oh, is he on to cover number 2?
He's going for cover number 2.
He's doing some movie madness. Okay, all right. Sold Twice is making some moves here, y'all. This is absolutely crazy. There you go. Stranger Comics, a bum rush. I am not kidding, y'all. This has been an absolute fantastic dream come true to actually be able to work with them. And then they came on and they said, Sans, we're going to sponsor your channel, man. And we love this idea of blank cover battles. And this is something we want to promote. And so we're like, hey, man, this partnership, we love it. So shout out to Stranger Comics.
Shout out!
There you go.
Yeah, thanks,
stay
guys.
tuned.
This is great.
He's got some shadowing going on here, ladies and gents. This is looking epic right now.
You know what? The amount of work that these two have done in such a small period of
Mhm.
time is just phenomenal. Like it took me nearly a half an hour to sketch this bad boy right here.
You know, and to that point, they're doing color. I never do color. I'm terrible at coloring. I suck at coloring. You know,
I like their.
and these guys are killing it. It's great.
And you know what? Just imagine if they had 1 to 2 to 3 days to do a cover. Just the artwork that would be involved. It was just an hour.
Right. This is fine-tuning work within an hour. But that's why you guys are able to reach out to these artists and get commission work, because think about it. Give them 3 to 4 days. Give them a week to actually do a piece for you. I know I came across Jay Tunes through a frat brother of mine's. He had met him, I guess, at New York Comic Con and said, man, your work is fantastic. And I was like, yeah, this guy's art is awesome. Same with Soul Twice. Give these guys some time and they will be able to produce masterpieces like they're and this is 1 hour, y'all. We are down to the final 3 minutes. So
real quick. I have a custom piece. When I say custom piece, this was actually super custom piece from Soul Twice. If I can get it here in less than 2 minutes, I'm going to show it to you guys, because he doesn't just do comics, man. So let me show it to you. I'm going to leave. I'll come right back. You guys can look at the bear.
Go ahead. We'll be back for you. And guys, watch that bear. That bear is moving. I swear to you, that bear is moving back there. Now, if you can highlight me really quickly. This is going to be the giveaway, ladies and gents. We got Niobe and Dora, and I believe this is Zoo Orzu, right?
Yep, those are Zoo Orzus. And you got everyone's signatures on those.
We got SIGs on these, ladies and gents. Stranger Comics goodies for our community. So this trade is going to go to someone in the chat after we're done with the battle. This trade, but if you were following me and tag 2 people, you're going to be in a special drawing, the wheel for the signed Virgin. So all of the SIGs are on there again. You got Siebes, Daryl, and who's our third SIG, Daryl?
Joshua Kozing, editor-in-chief.
Oh, Josh, that's right. My man Josh is on there. So
he does all the design and lettering.
2 super dope giveaways. And by the way, guys, if you did not see that Blade homage that Stranger Comics put out,
God,
you don't know what you're missing. But so the chat will get a chance to win this for being here and hanging out, and those who tagged and shared and liked and subscribed will get a chance to get this. By the way, if you're here, like, subscribe, tag us up. Let's make sure we got this thing going. We got the last 55 seconds. What you got to show us, Chad?
All right, check it out. So I get custom artwork done for my partner's cat, or cat for that matter, because it's just her thing. So I asked them for, now this was a picture, but this is Kevin.
I love it.
Done by Soul Twice.
Oh my God, I love it. That is amazing.
That's awesome.
He's Cat Wonder. So Daryl, what's your take on blank cover battles, my good man?
It's awesome. It's so awesome. I think it's a great idea. You get on there and you just do your thing. You challenge the artist and see if they can perform. And there's no losers here. This is
No
all
losers.
win. It's all
absolutely
win.
not. But we're down to the last 3.
Yeah.
2, 1.
One.
Pins down, ladies and gents. Pins down.
Pins down.
It is a wrap, ladies and gents. We appreciate these artists. We appreciate Daryl, and we appreciate this chat for hanging out with us. This has been a fantastic battle. Let's go to the contestants. Let's interview them to see what we got here. Let's start with my man Jay Tunes. Jay Tunes. Jay, tell us a little bit about your vision and what you got for us today, good sir. Jay, did you get a chance to hear us? We want to know about what you ended up, what your vision is with Wolverine. We can see it clearly, but tell us what directions you went and what you wanted to do with this. I don't think Jay's earbuds is in. I think he's showing us.
Sorry for the delay. So
no problem.
Pretty much.
Twist it on over. There you go. Twist it on over.
I just wanted to just emphasize the undead portion. Nobody likes taxes, and Wolverine or like alive for so long. Do we even know he did taxes? Even if he's collecting taxes, and tax
that's a good point, man.
Are overdue past when he was dead. So
that is fantastic.
That funny point.
I love one detail that I noticed that I love here is that the claw is broken. If you can see on the forearm, the claw up there is broken in half. That is a minor detail that I just caught my eye there. So that is fantastic. And this is what are you saying here, Harmsway and Daryl?
Oh, you know, I like the forearm. Like Daryl said earlier, like the decomposition that's right here. Mm-hmm. I do appreciate the third claw being off page. Mm-hmm. That for me is a really cool artist. Yep. Like I'm like, it's not there, but it's there, and I'm like, okay, it's off page. That's a really cool artist there. Now I'm wondering about what's coming out of his belly.
That's his intestines.
Yep.
See, that's not. I mean, I thought it was an octopus for a second, but I was like, you know what? That's cool. I dig it.
I think you've done an amazing job of capturing the expression too. That can be so difficult at times to just capture the right expression on a face and a character. This is just awesome. Great job, man.
Thank you.
Great job. And actually, I thought it was like
I'd like to also point out.
Yep.
With the taxes, the W-2s is for each year that he missed.
Wait, can we get up close with that? I want to see this.
Yeah.
Oh,
oh my gosh! It says bill due, taxes due. I love it.
I dated all the way back to 1864.
Hell yeah!
Oh, that is sweet, sweet touch, sweet touch. We appreciate you, my good man.
Tax dodging and math killing.
All right, let's go over to my man Soul twice here, ladies and gents.
What it do, Pikachu?
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, man.
There you
go. So Soul, you went chibi on us. Tell us about.
I decided to go to my bread and butter, or what I'm kind of just known for, and just a little bit comfortable with. So for nonstop Spider-Man, I got he's not our Spider-Man no more. He's gone and zombified himself. And when you die, you work for the IRS. That's what happens. Okay, so he's dead. So what happens here is, he got a little bit of zombie action going. His eyes popping out. He got some brain sticking out. And what's the IRS doing? They're out there trying to snatch that money. They're out there trying to snatch your money right out of your wallet, dog. So you guys got, and the guy he's out there eating them Venom bucks. If you notice, those are Venom dollars.
All right. Detail. That's awesome.
So, and we got a little more Spider-Man flip stuff going on. When I talk about right here, instead of having his spider sense tingling, he's got his brains being whizzed upon by the flies that are right here. So we got some spider things going on. Those are the little eyes. So we got a little bit of a little bit of null going on in his eyeball because he's losing it. So that's what we got, man. And for extra points, I tried to take a stab at a messed up Wolverine. I only had a few seconds, so I just finished it like that.
We love it.
But,
We love it. You're
I just wanted the extra point. I just wanted the extra point because my man over there, he brought some fire, dude. That is some awesome drawing.
Oh, you both did. So, Chad, Daryl, what do you guys see in here?
I'm a big fan of flies, man. I gotta tell you, I've got a really cool scene coming up in one of the books I wrote and I'm drawing. There's a lot of flies, and it's all coming together. Even the green slime, the venom goo is great. Like the whole thing is great. I love it.
Thank you.
You know what? The cool effect of I can just imagine a zombified Spider-Man in future future comics. That when his spidey sense is tingling, more flies are just circling him.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal. Like I was like, that's a beautiful touch. But I also what I like the most about this is him touching his own eyeball. That's Whip your
He's
eyeball.
licking it. He's licking it, man, because can't waste that moisture when you're a zombie.
It's I got to say both artists really rose to the challenge. It's difficult when someone throws you a curveball. I dealt with it, this last Thursday. Just do things out of my comfort zone. I had one guy a couple of years ago who was like, "Hey, can you draw me a venomized Adam Warlock with the Infinity Gauntlet?" And I'm like, "Sure." And I nailed it, but it's not always easy to nail it. And you guys, in my opinion, you both nailed it. So thank you.
1 hour too. 1
hour.
hour.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and
thank you.
Let's put them side by side. We'll go backstage or see if there we go. We want to put them side by side, ladies and gents.
Light bulb in an hour. Shoot.
Right, changing, and I'm trying to tie your shoes in an hour. All right, so Daryl, on the scoring is going to be this way. You get a 10. You get out of 1 to 10 for the overall completion. 1 to 10 for incorporating your theme, your twist, and 1 to 10 for the theme itself, death and taxes. So backstage, you can type in your 1 to 10
in the private chat, right?
In the private chat. They can see it in the private chat as well, but just put soul. 3 categories. You can put 10, 10, 10, or you can put 10, 8. Not whatever you want to do, but just put soul in those. Chad, you do yours, I'll do mine.
That pressure.
And then chat, we want to hear from you as well. And again, remember, there's no losers, but someone's walking away with $100 tonight. But
tonight?
Both of these will be on tomorrow night for auction. So be prepared to put some more money in these artists' pockets because these are some dope work. So Chad, Daryl, put in the private chat. Chat, you guys go ahead and put in your thoughts. You don't have to grade 1 through 10, but just say, your thoughts on the work, what you love about it, things you want to see. And we're going to get ready to do the wheel before we reveal who won this battle. So this first cover, I am just going to put a number between 1 and 25. The first person in the chat to put the right number will get this cover. So when I put a start line, I'm going to ask my executive producer to drop a start line. Once the start line comes in, you can start to type in a number in the chat. Executive producer, could you drop a start line for us?
Well, I'm certainly glad I can't participate in this one because I would have had it.
There we go. The start line is up. Who's that? You guys pick a number between 1 and 25. This will be yours. Oh, I see a winner. The Outlaw, Josie Wells, for the win. Congratulations, Josie. You're going to win this Niobe and Dora. This is Zoo or Zoo's cover. But remember, guys, you guys can go over to the Stranger Reserve and pick up these comics and get a 15% off discount by using the code cookies. Don't forget to type in cookies, and there's tons of other beautiful covers in there. Now,
I'm going to be using that code tonight.
absolutely, guys. Now, I am going to share my screen one more time, ladies and gents, and we're going to give this away.
Oh, it's me. Hi, me. Oh. What am I going to do?
Here we are, ladies and gents. I got a random wheel. This is for everyone who tagged 2 people on the post. So we have Princess, Big O, Shutter Duck, Link AMG, Max Comics, Lily, Tony NY, A Carnage, Nate C, Mork 1911, J Stacks, Inja Benja, Krima, and Tate. Ladies and gents, if we land on a cookie, we will double the prize. I'm going to shuffle it. How many times should I shuffle it, Daryl?
Once.
One shuffle. Let's get it going. Uh-oh, cookie?
Oh,
Max Comics. Max. Oh, is it Max? Is it Tony? Is it Lily?
It's Tony.
Tony.
Tony. Oh, shoot. No.
It's Lily.
Yeah, that
All
was
right.
so bird.
That is Lisa. Why, y'all? So, thank you kindly. Thank
I
you
was biting my
kindly.
fingers over that one. I was like,
All right, ladies and gents, this goes to Lisa Noble. Congratulations, Lisa. You get the Virgin signed copy. Once again, y'all, if you want any of those Stranger comic goodies that we show tonight, Daryl's work, you can find them on the Stranger Reserves. Go over to strangercomics.com. Don't forget to check out with the code cookies. Now, on to the winner, ladies and gents. Let's talk about it. I am going to check backstage with my judges. Let's see where we are.
You haven't jumped in. You haven't put your stuff down.
I'm jumping in right now.
What are the judging categories again, real quick?
All right. It's overall completion of the art. Overall completion of the art. It's the theme and then also the twist. So the theme and the twist were kind of aligned with the zombified because death and taxes, but we got death and we got taxes out of them. So let me just put my my totals in there and we will be good to go.
You know, it's funny you guys were talking to me, asked me if I'd ever had a drawing contest like this on sketch covers, and I hadn't, but I did have a grade school fight over who could draw RoboCop better in 3rd grade. I forgot to mention that.
Did it go down? Who won?
I won. I shouldn't have won, and I ended up getting into a fight with the kid over it. Yeah, it was bad. My friends chose mine, even though his was better. Yeah,
Got it.
Pretty crappy. I was like, oh yeah, I did have a drawing contest once. The last time I ever did it.
All right, so we are Tunes. Actually, we lost connection to Tunes, so we're doing the math behind stage right now, and we will get this going.
My God, man! I mean,
this is a tight battle right here.
I mean, man. I thoroughly enjoyed this time around for sure. I mean, I didn't enjoy last time, but
oh my gosh! So by a hair, by a smidgen, the winner is J Tunes, y'all.
Ooh.
J Tunes by a smidgen.
Yeah, it's a hard one.
It was tough. Oh my God. Soul Twice put his heart into it and we loved it. And guys, this Spider-Man is going to be up for auction as well. But
oh man,
I think we all saw dope technique from both people. Maybe the slight little differences in terms of the styles just changed it a little bit. But the winner of $100 is going to be J Tunes. Congratulations, Mr. J Tunes and Mrs. Tunes. You guys won tonight's battle. Congratulations to my man Soul Twice for winning the war.
Yeah.
You are killing it every day, good brother.
Thank you.
I want to see you both tomorrow night. It'll only be about 10-15 minutes of your time to be able to put up your covers for auction. And we are going to do this. But congratulations to you both. Salute.
Thank you.
That was amazing. That was fantastic, man. I am so proud of both of the art that you guys were able to finalize in 1 hour, ladies and gents. That will do it for blank cover battles. Remember, if you're looking to do your taxes, hit up my man JS Taxes. And also, for all of your comic book needs, head on over to strangercomics.com, ladies and gents. For my co-host, Chad Holmesway, for J Tune, Soul Twice, Daryl Mays, and my executive producer backstage, the one and only Matt, Last Level Comics. I'm saying peace, love, and blessings to you all.
Peace out, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Great
job, everyone.
Thank y'all.